Hello, everyone, and welcome to Charlene's Vision. I'm Charlene, your seer. So, I want to come on here and give my thoughts on what's going on in the world. As you guys may know, there's a huge, major problem that's happening when it comes to the Palestinian people and Israel. Specifically in Palestine, I think it's a city. I'm not quite sure, but it's called Gaza Strip, where there is a certain terrorist group or a certain group. It's not me labeling them this. This is what's being reported. But there's a terrorist group called Hamas, or a group of people that is called Hamas that lives in Gaza Strip. Gaza Strip is part of Palestine country, and whatnot. So apparently, Israel and Palestine is having some type of war. I don't know if it's a war yet. It's about there because people are dying and things are being bombed and stuff like that. But what I gathered from my research is that Palestine, specifically people who live in Gaza, and Hamas, which is the group that control Gaza, basically had major issue with Israel for a very long time. This has been happening ever since, I think, World War II. They've been having issues with them. Um, so the conflict that's happening now isn't something that just happened out of the blue. This is something that's been brewing for a while. They even had, they went head to head many times. This is actually the third time that they are having this issue, but it's getting bad because a lot of people are dying this time around and people are being bombed to the point where civilians are being killed. Um, they say that Hamas is killing a lot of people in Israel and, kidnapping people and holding them as hostage, and Israel is like finding them as a threat. Israel is seeing them as a terrorist group, so Israel wants to combat and like bomb them, cut off resources from them. They have no access to food, water, fuel, and other stuff. So Israel is controlling their resources. Israel is a bigger country, or bigger, union than Hamas. Hamas is just a small little group in this landmark called Gaza, that's in Palestine. So they don't really have the resources to back them up, like Israel do. Israel has the major resources. Israel has the weapons. Israel has, the people, the manpower. Israel is bigger than Hamas, but Hamas is making a lot of noise based off their tactics. They are kidnapping people, holding them hostage. I'm just repeating what was being reported and based off my research, and they are doing a lot of things that I guess is the reason why they are labeled as terrorist group. Okay, so based off that understanding, that's what's being reported. I did my own little research, right, and I just wanted to understand what was going on. What I know is, one, this is not something that happened out of the blue. This is a relationship that they both had that was rocky for a while, and that it was just a matter of time for it to just blow up like a volcano. So that's my understanding. The reason why they've been having this issue for a while is that they've been fighting for control over Gaza. Gaza is I guess, don't quote me. I don't know if it's a city. I'm not very familiar with Palestine, country and stuff like that. So, but I know Gaza is part of Palestine. Okay, they want their landmark what? They want their landmark back. They want to have control over their own resources, but Israel has the control, and Israel basically control Gaza, and they don't like that. They want their land. This is their birthright, and they feel like Israel do not have claim for it. The only reason they had claim for it because after World War II and all that stuff like that. So they always been fighting for the rightful ownership of Gaza. Okay, so that's one of the major issues, and I also saw in my research it has something to do with religion as well. So that could be an issue as well. But the main part is that they want what's theirs. Hamas want what's theirs. The Gaza people want what's theirs. Israel don't want to give them that for some reason. Israel said no, we want it. we had a fight before twice and we won each time, so it is what it is. You guys lost, and we still gonna keep that land. We're still gonna keep the control of the resources. So that's what's been happening so far when it comes to the relationship. And now we're heading at this point where it's like all hell broke loose, and the people of Palestine, specifically Gaza, and the Hamas people, which is the people who control Gaza, said enough is enough. We want what's ours, and we're going to do everything, anything possible to get what's ours. So they're going above and beyond, even doing things that I don't agree with what they're doing, but I'm gonna get to the but later. So that's what the Hamas is claiming, and that's what Israel. That's how the relationship is. The third thing I gather from my research is that a lot of people that's outside of Palestine and Israel have their own views. They have their own agenda. There are people, different countries who have the manpower, who have their own agenda when it comes to this conflict. So I peeped that. And I also peeped the people around the world, their viewpoint of what they, who they align themselves with, who they are supporting at this time. Many people are supporting the Palestinian people. Other people are supporting Israel. It's just like conflict, like a divide going on right now in the world when it comes to who's supporting who. And people say, oh, how dare you support Israel? They're in the wrong. And then Israel said, how dare you support Palestine? They're in the wrong. And people is getting mad at people who's supporting either one, and they will unfollow or leave hate comments. I've been seeing that around. And my take on it is this. First of all, I ain't picking no side. One. But I did notice something that I did not agree with, and I'm going to mention that. I'm not picking no side because at the end of the day, both sides are in the wrong when it comes to how they are doing things to solve their conflict. Many people are dying on both sides for something I feel like something that could have been avoided a long time ago. It could have been resolved a long time ago, but they're going above and beyond bombing each other for this conflict. It's ridiculous at this point. I just don't agree with it. What makes me mad is the civilians, the people who don't have the resources to protect themselves, who don't want no part of this, but they are dying because of these people. Israel people who specifically the prime minister of Israel, first of all, he should be no type of leader. He's a warhead. I can tell a warhead when I see one. He just think about war, be strategic. Oh, they're a threat, wipe them out. I'm like, wait, dude, there's people there, he's talking about cut the resources, wipe them out. I'm like, I understand you trying to get to the people that's controlling Gaza right now, and you label them as terrorist group, and you feel like they're like vicious savages, whatever. But what about the people that's still there? And I didn't understand. I'm like, oh, you gotta go, Prime Minister, because you're not leading right. And then when it comes to the Hamas people, the terrorists it's being reported, Hamas, what y'all doing? Do we have a game plan? What y'all doing? One. Two, don't be barbaric. I understand you trying to fight for a cause. You want to liberate you and your people. I get that. But at the same time, how you're doing it doesn't make you someone that someone that's innocent and none of this stuff. It doesn't make you a victim, which don't be a victim. It doesn't make you somewhere out. It doesn't make you a group that I want to support based off the things that you're doing, how you're doing it. You're taking it too far. And if you're going to take it far, make it make sense where your people don't die. Okay? That's just, I want to say about that is I don't like how the civilians are being hurt at the end of the day based off these people's actions. I don't pick no sides, but I'm going to give Israel a side eye based off the Prime Minister's decisions he has been making as of late. When it comes to Hamas, I don't like their decision as well on how they deal with kidnapping hostages and videos and stuff like that. I just don't agree with that. But I agree with the Palestinian people of liberating themselves. I agree. They have that right. I do. And I'm going to leave it there. We need to do better. It's time for a change.